Today we will discuss constraint satisfaction problems. So what are the learning objectives? So here you will understand the different types of constraints and how it can be expressed in a formal manner. Okay, how the constraint satisfaction problems can be modeled as search problems, and the different types of constraint satisfaction problems as such develop a general application of the goals, sub-areas, achievements, and difficulties of artificial intelligence. Okay, so here, normally this is constraint satisfaction problem. We call it as CSP. Okay. So it is defined, the state is defined by variables xi with the values from domain di. Goal test is a set of constraints specifying allowable combinations of values for subsets of variables. When we take up a problem, you will come to know how we can define the variables and domain. Okay. So, for example, if normally we consider the set of variables to be say x1, x2 like that. Each variable x, y, it will have a domain di of possible values. Normally, di is discrete and finite, and along with this, with these variables and domain, you have to define the constraints as well. So each constraint involves a subset of variables and specifies the allowable combination of values of these variables. Assign a value to every variable, whatever you have defined, such that all constraints are satisfied. Okay. So set of constraints will be given, set of variables will be given, a domain will be specified. So you need to assign a value to every variable that you have defined so that all the constraints are satisfied. I take one simple example here. I am not going to solve it now. So this is normally called map coloring problem in artificial intelligence. So what is this map coloring problem? Now, there are 7 variables. You can consider this to be a map of a certain country. Okay. So there are, say, 7 states. So here I call those 7 states as 7 variables. Which are the states? So here I have represented it in terms of WA, NT, SA, Q, NSW, V, and T. This may be any states. You can consider the map of India or any country, and you can just make the variables. You can list the variables. Okay, how many states are there? Now, each variable has the domain. The domains are red, green, blue. In the sense, this problem is map coloring. So we are given only 3 colors here: red, green, and blue. These are okay. So we have to color this map. Now, what are the constraints associated with this particular problem? Okay, so the constraint is no 2 adjacent variables have the same value. Okay, that means when you are coloring WA, say you have colored it red, for example, then either NT or SA should not have red color. Okay, so you have to go for other colors based on the availability of the domains. Then if you have colored this NT and SA using green and blue, then you have to see to it that these 3 states, Q, NSW, and Y, is not mapped this adjacent colors. So, okay, this is a very interesting problem in artificial intelligence, map coloring. So, it is based on the constraints. So, constraints have to be satisfied. So, here, based on the constraint given, we can just make a list: WA not equal to NT, WA not equal to SA, NT not equal to SA, NT not equal to Q, SA not equal to Q, and SA not equal to NSW, like this. So you can make all the, you can list all the constraints and you can proceed. For the time being, I am not solving this problem. Okay, if I get time, I'll solve such map coloring problems in the future. Now, another application which is very important and which is part of your syllabus is cryptorithmetic problem. This also comes under constraint satisfaction problem. Okay, so today we will discuss how to do this cryptorithmetic problem. Okay, cryptorithmetic problem in artificial intelligence. Normally under game theory it comes. So what is cryptorithmetic problem? How to solve it using constraint satisfaction algorithm, I will discuss now. Okay. Now, cryptorithmetic problems are where numbers are replaced with the alphabets. By using standard arithmetic rules, we need to decipher the alphabet. What are the general rules? Each alphabet takes only the number from 0 to 9 uniquely. Okay. So you can assign each alphabet starting from 0 till 9. Okay. Sum of two single digit numbers can be maximum 19 with a carryover. So carryover in problems of two numbers addition is always 1. So you always try to solve the leftmost digit in the given problem. I'll take one example and do it, okay? Then it will be clear. Okay, these are, I have listed some general rules when you solve a crypto-arithmetic problem. As I have told, no two digit can be assigned to same letter. Only single digit number can be assigned to a letter. Assumption can be made at various levels such that they do not contradict each other. Okay, sometimes you may have to go for trial and error method also. Okay, the problem can be decomposed into secured constraints. A constraint satisfaction approach may be used. Any of search techniques may be used. So you know now many search techniques, you can make use of that. Backtracking may be performed as applicable as applied to search techniques. And of course, the rule of arithmetic you have to follow. Now, the example here I have taken is, okay, send plus more is equal to money. This is one, this is the problem. So what you have to do is, see, how to assign decimal digits to letters so that the following sum is valid. This should be a valid addition, okay. So the possible digits are set for the letters is, as I have told in the previous slides, you can give from 0 to 9. Okay. And here, let me start explaining. See here, this is the problem. Send plus more is equal to money. So this is, as I have told, it is some sort of puzzle. Okay, which is normally under game theory we teach in artificial intelligence. So what we have to do is, once we know how to solve it, then we can draw the state diagrams and we can make the system, or we can make the computer to solve this problem by using some search techniques, or of course we have to make use of the arithmetic knowledge also. So here send plus more is equal to money, and you have to assign 0 to 9 to all these letters. It can be anything. As I have told, sometimes you may have to do it using trial and error. Sometimes you have to make use of the intelligence. Okay. If you are able to do that, then for any crypto-arithmetic problem, what we can do is we can develop a search tree and we can solve it using the search algorithm which we have studied. Okay. So first is, this is the first step here. M must be 1. Okay. So here, why M must be 1 is, we are starting with this. Okay. Always you start from leftmost. That is what I have listed here. Okay. You start from the leftmost digit in the given problem. So here in this given problem, so here we have 4 digits, 4 letters. Here we have 4 letters. Of course, this has 5 letters. So here it is obvious that this M, see, please note, this M is the carry generated after you do the addition S plus M. You have added S plus M and one carry is generated, because in the previous slide I have told alphabet can take numbers from 0 to 9 only. Okay, 0 to 9 only. So sum of the digits can be maximum 19 with the carry 1. Okay, so that carry we have got, that is why this M has to be 1. This is the first step. And of course, 2 different letters can't be assigned the same digit. You can't assign the same digit to 2 different letters. Now, yeah, now I'll go to, just go to next slide. I hope this is clear. This is the first part. If this is the first part, this should be clear now. Why M has to be 1? M has to be 1 because it's the carry generated after adding S and M. Now, let me tell you that. Okay, I'll just write here. Okay, send plus more I have written here. So, we have to write the constraint satisfaction equations. Okay, we have to write constraint satisfaction equations. So, how to write the equations? It is very simple. So, first equation is D plus C here, all of you. D plus E is equal to so what we can write is, so I'll write here D plus E, sorry, is equal to Y. This is the first equation. And this will generate a carry C1. Okay. D plus E, you see here, whatever this equation, D plus E is equal to Y. See, this is what comes here. And this is, I have written it as Y plus 10 into C1. It is in a better way I have written, but just for the understanding, I will write it here once again. D plus E will be equal to Y. If it is, if carry is generated, that carry will come here. So this is the meaning that this is carry has generated, that carry I am writing it here. So this is equation number 1. Now what is the second equation? Second equation will be N plus R plus C1 will be equal to E, and this will give rise to a carry C2. This is equation number 2. Third equation will be E plus O plus C2 will be equal to N, and this will give rise to a carry C3. Now, this is equation number 3. Fourth equation will be S plus M, okay, S plus M, and yeah, now of course S plus M plus C3 will be equal to M, and this will generate a carry C4. And note that C4 in this problem, C4 is equal to M is equal to 1. So this is the second thing. This is the whatever I have written in the previous slide, that M has to be equal to 1. That is derived from this.
Ma'am?
Yes.
S plus M plus C3 will be equal to O, right?
Where S plus M, okay, S, correct. It is O, and sorry, this is O.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are right. S plus M is equal to C3 is equal to O, and carry generated is C4, and C4 is equal to M. Okay, good. Okay, so these are the 4 equations, constraint satisfaction equation we have written. First part is over now. Now, after you get the value of M, let me go to next slide. Okay, I will write here. After you get the value of, now M is equal to, I'll write once again, S, E, N, D plus M, O, R, E. Okay, so I will just erase this. Here I will write, what is this, 1. So now I have got, this is 1, and this is O only. Okay, O N E Y. So this is the first step. Okay, first step is over. Now what we, let me go in this direction. Okay, now see here, this has given to carry C4. So C4 you assumed it to be 1, which is equal to M. That means this has given rise to C4 now. So if this has given rise to C4, now S plus 1 should be, it should be great. See, this is O, okay? It is not 0, don't get confused. So S plus 1 should be greater than 10. That is the how you analyze it. S plus N should be greater than 10. Then only you get a carry 1, which will be equal to C4 equal to M. So then what should be the value of S? S has to be equal to, S should be equal to 8 or 9. Am I right?
Ma'am, what about C3?
Yeah, that is what we have to now decide. What about C3? We don't know. That is why, that is why I have written S is equal to T8 or 9. I don't know C3.
Ma'am, can you just repeat this part again? How you came with S is equal to 8 or 9?
See, S plus 1 is, S plus 1 should be greater than 10. Do you agree with this?
Ma'am, S plus 1 plus another value of
greater
C3.
Than or equal to S plus 1. Okay, S plus 1 plus C3 should be equal to or greater than 10. This is one.
Yes, ma'am.
This is from our whatever the we know, we have the thinking capacity. From that reasoning, like we have got C3 plus S plus 1 should be equal to greater than or equal to 10. Is this fine?
Yes, ma'am. This is
yes. Right. Okay. Okay. Now, based on this, S has to be either 8 or 9. Why, you know? If it is say 9, then C3 will be 0. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
If S is 8, I'll write here. If S, we don't know the value. If S is 9, then C3 will be 0. If S is 8, then C3 will be 1. Now we have to calculate. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now what we will do, we don't know actually. Let me assume that. I'm just assuming, as I told in the previous slide, sometimes you have to go do trial and error. Sometimes you have to do it based on some assumption. When you do some assumptions, you may not get the right answer. It may, you will get to same digit assigned to two literals, two letters. So that time you have to change it. Now I'll assume that yes. Assume S is equal to, say, I'll assume S is equal to 9. And just based on my assumption, let us see. If S is equal to 9, what happens if S is 9? That means I am assuming C3 is equal to 0. I don't know. Okay. If S is 9, then this will be 9 plus 1. So my O, letter O, please note that this is letter O. This will be equal to 0. I am writing 0 in words. Okay, so what I am assuming now, I am assuming S is equal to 9. By assuming S is equal to 9, I am assuming C3 is equal to 0 and my letter O will be equal to 0. Suppose I assume, say one of you may start the analysis in this way, you may assume S is equal to 8. If you may assume S is equal to 8, then your C3 may be 1 and still the letter, this O may be 0. That is also possible, but we don't know. Assumption, I don't know. I'll just proceed with this assumption. Okay. So now I'll rewrite it. I'll go to next page.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
When you said that you have to like assign a number to an alphabet, doesn't that even include the carry? Like C3 can't be given the value of 1, right? Then?
No, no, C3 I can give the 1. C3 if I have to give, say, suppose that's what I told. If I am assuming S is equal to say 8, then C3 has to be 1, right?
Yes, ma'am. So
If
that
C,
is fine, right? With carries like C1, C2, C3, C4, they can get any values they want.
yeah,
There is
they
no
can,
restriction over there.
No restriction. They can be either 0 or 1, only 2 values, right? So it is possible. Still you can do in that way.
Ma'am, why can't C3 be 2 and like S
No,
is
no.
equal to 7 and something of that sort?
Like that, like that, if you do know, the problem will get complicated and you may not get, see, when you write a program, no, it will not terminate fast. Normally we
in the rules it's
S,
given.
no, S is equal to 2,
From
that you carry is not 2. See, in the previous slide, I've given, no? So carry over in problems of 2 number addition is always 1. This is the assumption, Nikhil.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. With the carry other than 1, I mean, we can do it. But in this general rules, normally in crypto arithmetic, we are assuming it to be 1 only. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Let us go ahead. I will write once again. So what I have here, SEND. Okay. This is now. I'll write here a 9 E N D 1 this is more 0 R E is equal to here 1 this is 0, this is N E Y. Okay, till here we have received. Okay, now this is 0 we have got here for this. So here I will write for our understanding. Here C1 is there, here C2 is there. C3 I have assumed it to be 0 and C4 is 1. Okay. Now what is the next step? Now you have to make use of your intelligence and tell me what is the next step. Can anybody tell? So I will write
E plus C2 has to be 10. So
E,
S can't be 9.
Wait, I'll write E plus, I'll write 0, okay, and otherwise confusing for me. This should be equal to N. This is one equation, right? Second equation, I write E plus 0 plus C2. Correct? This is another equation in this page. Am I right? These two equations?
Ma'am, what's the first equation? Why do we have the first equation? The second one is the right one, right?
No, first equation I am assuming C2. Okay, I am assuming C2 to be 0 in the first equation.
Okay.
But E plus 0 only. That means here I am assuming C2 is equal to 0. Okay. It is actually equation number 2 only. But
okay.
we have assumed C2. But from equation 1, what I feel is E is equal to N, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But this is wrong. It can't be. This is not a valid equation. Because 2 letters, we cannot give the same digit. This is the basic rule. Okay. So we have to make use of the second equation only. That means C2 is not 0. C2 has to be 1. Is this part clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, if C2 has to be 1, then E plus 0 plus C2 1, E plus 1 is equal to N. This I'll write equation number 3. Okay. Now I'll go to next one in the addition. N plus R is equal to N plus R. I don't want to write simply E. Can you tell why? N plus R plus C1 is equal to 10 plus E. Do you agree with this equation? Hmm? Why I wrote 10 plus E, you know? If I write, I can write N plus R plus C1 is equal to E, and the carry generated is 1 because C2 is 1. Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, if you are silent, sometimes I feel whether there is no internet or something has gone wrong. That's what I feel. Okay, is this all of you? Are you? Is this equation? Do you agree? Equation number 4. Fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So n plus r plus e1 should be equal to 10 plus e. So that means can C, what may be the value of C1? Can you think and tell? Or we have the equation, next equation, E is equal to n minus 1. Okay, now what we will do is, let us assume C1 is equal to, we will assume C1 is equal to 1, we will assume. It is my assumption. Okay, so E is equal to, I have n minus 1. Substitute this in equation number, this one. E is equal to n minus 1. Substitute it in 3. No, E is equal to n minus 1. Of course, this is not substituting. I'm sorry. So E is equal to n minus 1. This is what I have written here, this one. E is equal to n minus 1, I have written. Okay. Now, what you do is, C1 I have assumed it to be 1. So now what you do, E value is there, N value, you substitute this in equation and try to get the value of R. Okay. So here I'll substitute N plus R plus 1 is equal to 10 plus N minus 1. Again, I am telling you people, you may try with the 2 equations. One with the assuming C1 is equal to 0, you can proceed. Second one is you assume C1 is equal to 1 and proceed. Okay, both the cases it is possible, but only one condition will give you the right answer. Now n plus r plus 1 is equal to 10 plus n minus 1. Okay, now if you equate these values, what will be the value of R, can you tell? Okay, n plus
8.
R, 8.
8.
R is 8, ma'am.
Okay, is equal to 10 plus n minus 1. Okay. Suppose if I don't assume C1 is equal to 1, then what is the value of R? Can you tell?
9.
Yeah. You now can you tell me why I assumed C1 is equal to 1?
Ma'am, because S already has that value.
Yes. We have already assigned 9 to yes, sir. That is why I assumed with this, the assumption is C1 is equal to 1. From this, I have got the value of R. Okay, now let me go to next page, next slide, and I'll just write once again whatever I have got. I'll stop at exactly 2:45. Okay, 3 o'clock is your quiz. Okay. Let me complete this problem, and one problem I'll give you homework. So now my problem has become 9E and D. I think this is 1, this is 0, and this is, I have not got no R is 8. Why it is going 1? R is more 8. This is E is equal to 1, and this is money MON E Y. We have reached till here. Now from the previous slide, I have an equation here. E is equal to n minus 1. E is equal to n minus 1. So now what you do is, from this equation, it is clear that E and n are two consecutive numbers. E and n are two consecutive numbers. So what I suggest you is, okay, you just take two random numbers. Say n and e, you take it as 7 and 6. Just try whether you get this, whether it satisfies or not. Just try. Okay. So I will just try 9. E is C n. E is n minus 1. So this I am assuming 6. This is 7 minus 1. Okay. So S E is 6. N is 7. D 8. E is 6. Correct, no? Yeah. Whether it satisfies, just check. Because even if there is no carry here, so this will be Y. This is 5, 1, 7. It is not satisfying, right? N and E. We have assumed 6 and 7, and we calculated N and E from this, so it is not satisfying. So now what you do? Next assumption, you make 6 and 5. Consider 6 and 5. NE values. So 9, 5, N is 6. Okay, so here we have D. Then this will be, what is it? 5. This is 8, 0,
Ma'am,
1.
C1 was carry. Did you took a carry, right?
C1, yeah, I took the carry.
Ma'am,
I didn't consider here.
why, ma'am?
Wait. C, yeah, we took C2 to be 1. C1 also 1. Okay. C2, C1. C1, 1. C2, 1. Now, okay, just try here. 1, 1.
So now it becomes 6. Yes, ma'am, it's coming.
Wrong, no? Okay, sorry, I neglected it. Now, just try with the 6 and 5 and tell me.
Ma'am, it's adding up to 76, right? It's correct over there. Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the earlier one where 75Y you have got, it's supposed to be 76Y, right?
Which one? This one.
So,
Wait. This is Y. So this is 6, 1, 7. This is 0, 1. Yeah, this will be 1076. Y. Correct, no? So here 8 plus 8, 16. 1,
ma'am, it's
1
correct,
plus
right?
1. Yeah, it's 1076Y. Is it verifying all?
Yes, ma'am.
What we assumed E is 6, right? E is 6 and N is 7. Okay, this is coming, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then what should be the value of D and Y? D plus 6 should be equal to Y, but the carry should be equal to 1.
So, ma'am, D plus 6 is equal to 10 plus Y, right?
Yes, 10 plus Y, correct. So what will be the value of? Can you just tell me the value of D and 6, D and Y? Other than these values, you should be able to give. Is it possible? If it is not possible, then we may have to change this. This I'll write clearly. We may have to change the value of n and e. That is
Greater than equal to 4.
greater than
Equal to 4.
which one? D.
Yeah.
4. So here now you are telling 9. E is we are telling 6. N is 7. D we don't know. Then 108. E is 6. E is equal to n minus 1. Correct? No. Okay. So now I am getting here D plus 6 is y. D plus 6 is, as you said, 10 plus y. So this will be 1, 6. This is 7. Correct. This is 0. Correct. This is till here we have reached. Now only thing is D, if I take other than these digits only you have to take. Shall I take say 1 over, it should be greater than 10, no? So it should be, as you said, it should be greater than 4. Suppose if I take 4, is it okay? No. Why? Because y will come 0.
O has already taken.
Yeah. So if it is 5 plus 6, 1, that is also not possible. If I take 6, no, see 6 I should not take. If I take 7, what about T7?
It's taken, ma'am.
Yeah, it's taken.
8, 9 is also taken.
8, 9 also done. Now what you can do is, since it is not satisfying, you have to change the value of E and N. Change E and N. You have to change the value of E and N. We took N and E 7 and 6. Now you better go for 6 and 5. So this I will write 6 and 5. So N is N you take 6, E is equal to 5. So what will happen? 9, 5, 6, D, 1, 0, 8, 5. So this will be D plus 5, leave it. So here 1, here 1. 5. This is 6, N is 6, okay. This is 0, this is okay. So now D plus 5 is equal to Y plus 10. So D should be what? D should be greater than 5. So 5 we can't give. 6 we can't give. It is already given. 7 is there. What about 7 plus 5? 12. So 12 means 2. That is okay, I think. So D has to be 7. So finally it will be 9, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 0, 8. So finally what you can get is from the previous slide 9, 5, 6, 7, 9, 5, 6, 7 plus 1, 0, 8, 5. 1, 0, 8, 5. So this will be equal to 2, 5, 6, 1, 0. So whatever the crypto arithmetic we have given, it has satisfied now. So by making use of we can write the game tree for this one, search tree we can write, and we can solve this puzzle, provided we should know, we should, constraints we have to clearly given that what are the constraint equations we have written, that should be clearly written, and this can be solved. So I'll give you one homework. All of you can try. I have 1 more minute time. So we will discuss the answer in our next class. Please try this. BASE plus, it is easy, is equal to GAMES. So using crypto arithmetic, okay, you assign 0 to 9 digits to BASE, BALL, which is equal to GAMES, games. Okay. All of you take down. Next class we will check the answer. So next class, first we will check this problem, crypto arithmetic, and one more problem I'll do, multiplication, how it can be done. After that, we will discuss some different logics like predicate logic, predicate or first order logic, propositional logic. We'll consider once again the Wampus word problem, and we'll consider how we can make use of this predicate and propositional logic to solve any intelligent problems. Okay. So now I am giving you 15 minutes time to go through the topic, whatever we have discussed for the first quiz portion, and I will post the link. Okay, yeah, but that link will be active from 3 o'clock only. I will post it around 2:55 here only in the chat, and the time is 3 to 3:30. Okay, please note, all of you, those who are there in the class, please note that the time is 3 to 3:30 only. So you can set a timer in your mobile phone and try to submit before 3:30. After 3:30, calling me and asking for extra time, then mailing me the solution, all these things I will not entertain. Okay, try to submit it by 3:30. It is very simple, very easy. You can finish it in 10 minutes. Okay. I hope it is clear. Anything to ask anybody? Okay. Okay, then you may leave. I'll take attendance once. Anyhow, you are writing the quiz. So exactly at 2:55, I'll post it. Okay, in the chat box, the link I'll post, and 3 o'clock you can start answering. I hope that is fine, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. You may leave if you want to study. No, you may leave. 3 o'clock. You can check the conversation and answer the quiz.